What is inequality adjusted HDI? Right. So if you look at inequality adjusted HDI, you will find this that, of course, it is an extension of the normal Human Development Index, but it is based upon the inequality measure. If you look at the normal HDI, you will find this that there can be cases when a simple HDI is going to hide inequality a lot, right? So maybe two countries have same HDI, but they can have a very different distributions of income, wealth, and consumption. Very different or very unequal distributions of income, wealth, or consumption. So the first thing which inequality adjusted HDI is going to do is that it is going to highlight disparities, right, within a country, which any normal HDI can't reveal. So a normal HDI it is an average of, or the weighted average of your health, education, and income, right? But it is not going to highlight disparities within. One thing. Second, two countries can have same HDI, but they can have very different internal distribution of consumption, of income, of wealth. And it is a distribution sensitive measure. It is a distribution sensitive measure. So I'll give you an example. So you take up an example like this, that there are two villages and there are five families, or you can pick up individuals in each of the village. And in village A, everyone is earning 10,000. So the average income also comes out to be 10,000. But in village B, this is the distribution of income. So one person is earning 30,000, other one is 8,000, another three persons are earning 4,000 each. Here also, average income is coming out to be like this. So a normal measure is not going to tell that which one is more unequal. But your inequality adjusted HDI is going to tell this very clearly, that this is more unequal. Right? And that is the meaning of distribution sensitive measure. Then how do you measure inequality adjusted HDI? So for this, you take up the measure of Atkinson's measure. So what is the advantage of using Atkinson's measure? One, it is giving more weight to poor. You are doing all this so that government can find out where it has to use its government policies so that it can help poor people, so that it can reduce inequality. So by giving more weight to the poor, it is giving a direction to the government that yes, here inequality could be more. And if you do something, inequality can reduce, right, by its own policies. So one thing is there. Second thing is, it is subgroup consistent. What do you mean by subgroup consistent? Subgroup consistent is, so for example, if there are two villages, village A and village B, and in village B, inequality has reduced. Village A inequality is same. So the total inequality will be shown to be reduced. If you pick up other measures of inequality, sometimes what is going to happen is, due to the way they are being calculated, even if the inequality in A is same and inequality is B is going to reduce, they might not show much change, right? But this is subgroup consistent, right? One thing. And it is better for policy decisions. It is better for fairness, for tackling poverty. You will know that at least you will come to know which regions are doing better or which regions are doing worse. So which kind of groups you have to pick up the policy so that you can help them better, like that. So if A is equal to 0, it means there is perfect equality, right? If A is equal to 0, there is perfect equality. Everyone has same income. If A is equal to 1, then it is very unequal society. So wealth is concentrated in the hands of few. So how do you interpret A equals to, let's say, 0.2? It means that 20% of income, it has to be redistributed. in order to achieve perfect equality. So this is the way you will interpret this. So this 20% of income must be redistributed to achieve perfect equality. To achieve perfect equality. So what are the limitations of inequality adjusted HDI? So one thing is that it is possible that one group is facing inequality in terms of health also and in terms of income also. It cannot capture that problem, right? Other is that the Atkinson measure, which they are using in order to measure inequality adjusted HDI, it is going to use logarithm. It is going to use division. It is also going to use geometric mean. All of that is not going to be properly defined if you have zero values or negative values. So while calculating this, in case if the income is zero, they will make it slightly more than zero. Or if income is negative means your debts are more than your income. So if income is negative, then also it is going to make slightly more than zero. So it is going to reshape distribution. So that is a limitation, no? And how it is relevant for policy purposes, it can tell government where inequality is higher. Whether it is higher in terms of health, in terms of education, in terms of income, and what policies you can focus in order to reduce that inequality. So you can have a targeted policies. So maybe in case of the education, you find this that inequality due to education inequality is higher, and so you can have those policies of education which are more inclusive. So better access of education or better access of health. So these are targeted policies for a certain section of society, or even it can be compared at the national level. So, and we can find out which region would require more targeted policies. So it is, I mean, it is fostering inclusive policy design, right? So for example, if country's HDI is 0.6 or 0.7, let's say, and inequality adjusted HDI is 0.6. So what is the loss due to inequality? 0.7 minus 0.6 upon 0.7 into 100. So once you calculate this, this comes out to be 14.3%. So 14.3% potential of human development is lost due to inequality. India's HDI is 0.685 in 2023. It improved in 2023. And its rank also improved to 130 in 2023. I think it was 133 in 2022. While India's IHDI, it was 0.475 in 2023. So it shows what? It shows that India lost around 30%, 30.7% potential human development due to inequality, right? So I hope it was useful to you. Thank you.